My voice has not. I don't know. I've been drinking more tea. I got this ginger tea. I'll see it. Did I put it in a video already? But that video didn't come out yet. So I need to edit some videos. I gotta probably. I want to say I have at least 30 minutes, but you know, if you're a vlogger, you know when you record stuff, you think it's hella long, and when you actually look at it, it's not as long as you think. You think it's 30 minutes, is really 12 minutes. So I don't want to say it's, oh my god, I got 30 minutes of footage I need to edit, but yeah. So and I just gave y'all something. I gave y'all something this week. I gave y'all a live this week, and I gave y'all a regular video this week. I'm pretty sure. I feel like I gave it like 2 or 3 days ago, and plus 2 or 3 days ago, I think it was 2 days ago, I gave out a vlog on the K. Everything should be down below in the description box. That I put everything on like could auto populate on the KK channel, the Mommy and Me channel. So that's what that is. So I could have put on my channel to get, at least give me some more videos, But I really do want to at least, what I want to try to do is get a video out at least once a week for the Mommy and Me channel, but it hasn't been happening. I'm not going to lie to you. I need to get it together though. I don't like, one thing I think with vlogging I hate, well, I think in just recording, and I usually vlogging, recording in general. That's why when I do like sit down videos, I only do one take. It's very rare I do a second take, unless my child's in the background acting a fool. I try to do things when she's like in her room and tucked away. I don't like to do things more than one time. I like to do things one time and that's it. Just one damn time and that's it. I don't want to do recurring of things. I don't got time for that. I don't got the time or the patience for that. So I do things one time. And because of that, also I think my theater skills help me with that, like doing things on the fly. Because they did like, and I feel like we didn't do that much, honestly. I would think that theater kids would have more improv classes, but we don't get that much. We got a few, like one class I feel like did a little bit improv and things like that. But also they tell you when you, for a theater person, you gotta be quick on your feet in case you forget your lines. You have to say something. You can't just have it just blank. One time I did something blank, but the way it was didn't look like I messed up. Like so the person who I was with messed up because I had already said something and she just didn't say another part. But it was technically supposed to be my lines. But you could tell it's something messed up, but you didn't know who. I think it more looked more like she messed up than I did, to be honest. That was when I was in high school, so yeah. And it was because it was a song thing. It wasn't like not singing, but I don't know how to explain it right now. But yeah, I think usually I don't mess up with that. I'm usually pretty good with that one, to be honest. Even when I interviewed, I was like, "You're pretty good at this." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a theater major. I did theater in school, so I'm pretty much good with the talking. Can't tell as much because I talk so fast and a lot. And when I do shows, and I miss being on stage. I miss being like performing and acting a fool. I miss being on stage. Being on stage is such a wonderful thing. Like I don't think people understand how good and how much this just gives you. Hi, for the person who came in. How you doing? Hey, about what? Conversation about what? I'm sorry, I'm just seeing that. Yes. Oh, thank you, thank you. But people don't. I think don't understand about like theater. Like you when you do theater, it's just like the energy. I'm a shy person. Naturally, I'm a shy person. People who know me in real life don't think I'm a shy person, but I'm a shy person. When I get to know you, I open up my shell, but people don't think. People also think I'm just an extrovert because my personality is very extroverted. But I'm not an extrovert. I'm an omnivert, which is a mixture of extrovert and other one. I forgot the other one, but like I'm the middle person. People think I'm more extremely on that side, but I'm a person who needs to have their batteries recharged, and usually that's the other side, the other spectrum of it. I forgot the name of it right now, but everybody who know me realize like you're very extroverted. I'm like, but I'm trying to explain to you that I'm not. And I think what it is, because I'm normally not around adults. So when I get around adults, I talk a lot, which I talk a lot, as you can see. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I talk a lot in general, as you can see, but because I'm around adults a lot, as of the time I'm not talking. So because when they see me, I am talking. So that makes it seem like I'm actually talk a lot. But if you around me 24 hours a day, I'm not gonna talk that much, or a long period of time. Like if I go on a vacation with somebody, I'm probably gonna talk. Hi, how you doing? I'm probably gonna talk a lot because we're on vacation and I'm hardly around people. But if we stay around each other for like a month, there's gonna be times that I'm not gonna talk and you're gonna think something's wrong with me. And you're just like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. I'm just, I got to recharge. I got the." And also, I think what it is. Also, I'm around a kid a lot. Hi, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. I'm around a kid a lot, so thank you so much. I'm around my daughter a lot, so because of that, I need adults. I need adults. If you're a parent, a single parent like myself, you need adults around you. If you don't have adults around you, like, oh my god. Because if y'all like the class tea is cute, but you need some adult tea. And it don't have to be tea. It could just be we're talking about money moves, or we talking about how's our day, or just stories from our childhood. Like I was with two other parents today, and we was talking about just life in general, about different things, and talking about because yeah, my daughter's a senior this year. Oh my gosh! Also, before you leave, can y'all like the stream? Put a thumbs up. I am trying to grow. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get bigger. I mean. I'm also trying to get better at this and speaking slower so most people can understand what I'm saying and things like that. But yeah, and this is typically my side bread and butter, which I honestly don't make that much money. I don't make that much money off of this YouTube thing. I'm so small, but it's okay. Do you live in what? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Thank you, thank you. I don't know what that supposed to mean. You like chicken? Like I know what it says, but I'm not really understand how that helps you. What kind of job? What kind of joke? Is the joke supposed to be the? No, that's a different person. Sorry, but what kind of joke? Look about what? Wow. Uh, your first. What tools? Um, would have tools, but not your feet. I don't know. Let me see. Not your feet. Not your feet. Have toes. Toes? A frog? Um, I'm done. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. I'm done with you. Now you're trying to give me jokes. But thank you for participating because I feel people in and they don't participate. They'll watch me and not say anything. So I appreciate not talking to myself. I can talk to myself. I feel like that's a little bit crazy. Don't you think? Like you're literally talking and nobody's talking to you, but they're watching you and you're just saying random thoughts in your head. I guess it's how people's brain. That's how my brain goes. I just always thinking randoms, so I just say it out my mouth when I'm doing things like this. And I appreciate that you're giving me jokes and you know doing stuff like that. So I don't know what this joke. Katanya told me a joke today, but honestly didn't make any sense to me. But she gave me a Lion King joke. But I thought she was giving me another Lion King joke. So I was giving her the answer, and I was like, she said what? And she told me hurt them. I'm like, that's not even funny though. You told me it's not even funny, sis. I'm not. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not the parent to think that like every picture my child do and tell my child, oh my god, this is so amazing. I would just not say nothing. I'm like, oh, I won't say nothing. So I don't want her feeling that my daughter's sensitive. I won't say nothing. Or I'm not gonna be the kid like if she sings something and it sounds don't sound that great. I'm like, I'm gonna tell bitch is singing because I can do that. I'm like, baby, do this note and I'll help her get better at it and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, you dance wonderful. I'm like, but if it's not cute, I'm gonna tell you that it's not that great. I'm like, work on something better, do something better. I'm not that parent. Like some parents, they try to be looking at a hot mess. That's why we got she bang, she bang, because his parents is probably telling him, "Oh my God, you sing so great and wonderful," but he going to American Idol, he looking crazy. But honestly, money off of that. I don't know what he at right now. I don't know if he invested properly. Usually, like that culture invest, I feel like on their people properly. So he probably sitting on big ones right now. But I'm just saying, like, yeah. Okay, I am. All right. Content. Okay, you really? Okay. And video now. Okay. Congratulations. Until joke and okay, got you. I get it. I get it. That's cool. That's real cool. But like I said, I'm not that parent to just make my child be delusional. You know, I feel like people said Jamaican people are kind of delusional. Like we are, it could be crazy and we hype. everything is good about us. Like that's how we are as a people. So I feel like being in my culture is a little bit delusional, but I think my daughter's kind of cut away from it a little bit because I'm not fully Jamaican, like half Jamaican. But technically I'm fully Jamaican. Like I'm fully but not. I'm not born. My parents are there from there, so it's like to me I'm fully Jamaican. In my eyes, I always think I'm fully Jamaican. The people be trying to play me like you're not Jamaican. I'm like, bruh, just let me be. Like my mother don't want to claim the country that much when she was like, sorry, my mother didn't want to claim it that much, but I'm willing to claim it. You trying to play me? Like, oh my gosh. But I feel like it's half. It's very rare for people like I'm gonna say I'm half breed because that's like a dog, but people who are born here but have technically ties in other countries, I think it's hard for us because I feel like your country doesn't really want you, but you want it. Well, in my case, I want to be that, and the country I'm in doesn't even really accept you. I don't feel like compared to most, I guess, black people, I don't feel any way with anything like blackness. 'Cause I just experienced it. I live in New York City, so the atmosphere is very different. Hey guys, thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining the party. Please comment down below. Last night I was surprised. It was last night or 2 nights ago. People really probably 2 or 3 nights ago. People came in and people were talking. So people saying some kind of weird stuff in some cases, but you know, I can't judge people. People want to be weird, they be weird. I should go. I should have done TikTok too. I should have done TikTok. I could though because I have my phone, so I have my other phone. I could technically do TikTok and YouTube at the same time. I just want to concentrate on my people because y'all really have my numbers up. Granted, I feel like maybe I should be sad about this because my TikTok numbers and this numbers is almost the same. It's hold on, I got 2,300 change. How much I got on here? I don't know. I know I got 2,000 for sure. Is it 100 or 300? I don't know. But I had TikTok way after I had this channel. I had this channel since like I think '09, I believe. And I have not got further. I thought I would be so much bigger, but I always say things happen in its own time. So I'm not gonna be stressing. I'm stressing but not stressing. All right, got you. Do you mind being in the video? I don't know. Because, oh, you're saying that you're recording me right now doing this. Got you. I guess not. I hope not. I hope I don't regret it. Because you just never know what people, but you technically put this out there as alive, so I guess it doesn't matter. Um, I guess not. I hope not. But yeah. But it's a very interesting time, guys. Where are you people finding me? Are y'all finding me like on a homepage and stuff like that and doing it? I'm sorry I answer your question very slow. My eyes are horrible, so I have to look closer to the thing. And if you don't know, I wear glasses and I wear contacts, so that's what's going on right now. Anyway, but how's life? How's everything going? And yeah, where everybody from? I'm trying to ask that question. I asked a question last time, and it was interesting where people are from. I feel like everybody from the last live was from America, so but yeah, yeah. Where you from and what time is it? What time is it in New York City? I live in BK. It is 1:43 a.m. I believe so. I think it's mine. So 1:43 a.m. But yeah, this year has gone by so fast. I don't know where the year has gone. I feel like it literally was 2023, and now we're in 2024. We're about to be in 2025. I know we're not there yet. This is still basically we about to be in September. Basically, we about to be in September. Today is the 30th, and then tomorrow's the first. So I cannot believe it. Fall is basically here. I'm happy. I hate summer. I'm a person who hates summer. So being in this weather for summer is just not for me. So yeah. And what else? What else? Yes, so people are starting to get ready for fall. I want my place to be cozy. I don't have really a cozy kind of place. I feel like my place is not cozy whatsoever. I can't wait to move so I can be in a cozy place. And you know what it is? I don't know what it is too. I feel like I see videos and I see my where I live on the first floor. This guy, people are always in this apartment, but I like this apartment. I feel like it's only two of them who live there. It's two men, I believe. I think it's him and his dad, I believe. I'm gonna assume it's his dad. I could be totally wrong, but I don't feel like the place is cozy, but I feel like people make their night apartment cozy. I don't really have a knack of like decorating and things like that, but I want to make my place cozy. And I feel like I can't be cozy. I feel like this is too small to be cozy, but I would still also feel grateful. If you don't know where I'm coming from, I come from a shelter, right? And living there, and I know how it is to be in a shelter. I feel ungrateful talking about bad about nature, but it's just like I want to be in a place that I feel happy and comfortable and cozy in, and this place is just not it. At times I feel like I'm back in the shelter, even though I know I have my own key, I have my own stove, to cook my food. Because at the shelter, I didn't have that. The first shelter I lived in, my second, technically my first shelter and my second shelter had burners. I remember cooking in those first two shelters, right? But the other two shelters I was in did not have those things. Apparently, when after I left, I want to say in 2020, 2021, they put stoves in the shelter I was in. I don't know how they did that because they had carpet in there. Not saying the carpet makes a difference if you're, but just with making food on a stove or a burner and things fall on the floor with a carpet, because that's what I had when I was there. That to me, that seems nasty, and it was already hard cleaning on the floor in that shelter. They gave you, not gave you, but they had a vacuum. But the vacuum allegedly always broke, and that shelter had so much roaches in it. I'm not sure if they had rats. I never seen rats there, but at first I didn't even see roaches. The roaches came by accident. Honestly, it was when I first moved in. I never saw the roaches at all. I I went. I did an art thing with my daughter. But by the time this happened, I was supposed to be moving anyway. Because once your child get over, I want to say 1 years old. At the time, it's supposed to give me a bigger spot regardless. At the time, I only had a bed and I had her crib because they want you cannot you're not be a child and shelters do be, oh that's the only thing we're in. Hi, thank you for staying this far. And I got a bigger room when she turned 1 years old. Is it one? No, two. Because my first shelter, she was 11 months, about to be. And she got named when she was 1 year old actually. But the second shelter was two. Oh, I'm like, oh my god, I thought like what's happening? I thought my ceiling fell. I'm sorry. If y'all don't know, I have a problem. I have a leak in my apartment. I'm washing because all right, I'm so dramatic, but I'm hearing my washing machine unload the water out into the sink. So I thought when I heard water, I thought the ceiling fell in the bathroom. I'm closer to the bathroom than in my kitchen. So when I was like, oh my gosh, my ceiling has collapsed now. That's what I thought, but it's just my washing machine. That's what I'm gonna move to. Like, it's just between the molds and the ceiling falling down and the dripping. They say they're gonna go to my upstairs people. They knocked on their door today. They didn't get them. The other day they came a couple months ago. They knocked on the door. They got them. But the guy said he's not sure if they went on vacation or not. Obviously, because he's just only a plumber, and we need them to apparently fix the toilet, and hopefully that can stop the leaking from upstairs, which is disgusting to think about a toilet leaking down on me and my kid. And I called the management office and I called the complaint office and they said, oh, they can't do nothing about rent. Usually when a person like somebody was saying I should go to the eviction something eviction, but I'm like I don't want to do eviction. Anything I don't want to be on my record, whatever. But when people know that their landlord is being scammed, but New York City is a horrible landlord. They have most apartments in, I would say the world, not the world, but America. But I'll just say that they're the biggest landlord in New York City, or New York State in general. And they're horrible. Like they fix things when they want to. Granted, where I live, they're actually pretty good compared to other ones. That's saying a lot. If where I live is where they're better at, can you imagine how sucky other places are? So like this thing that I heard the water, so I thought it was my ceiling finally collapsing, and that's what I'm afraid of, going to the bathroom and peeing, and my roof collapsing on my kid. Like I'm gonna be upset because it's not gonna be the first time I've heard of this. I was on an interview with somebody. You know, I do a podcast called Hear Our Voices for my job, and this lady was sleeping with her kid in the bed. I don't think he was like 3 or 4 at the time, and it was already a problem with the ceiling. And while they were sleeping, the ceiling fell down on her and her kid, and most of the ceiling parts went on her kid. And Pat, which is a hot mess express, didn't want to take her in because they said, "Oh, you still have a home," but she said, "I don't have a home. My ceiling is falling down." They don't want to take her in because it was a NYCHA apartment, or you still have a place to live. Like, what are you talking about? So I'm very, very conscious of that, and the mold can make you sick, and have I want to say it's a respiratory problem. I know they could mold could get you sick. That's the point. I don't want to be here. I want to be somewhere cozy. I want to be somewhere I can relax. I don't want to feel like I'm getting sick. Granted, some places you can go, you can move in, they could paint over the mold. Like, that's what night you want to do, just paint over the mold and not really fix the problem. They said they want to fix it, but I doubt it. I feel like they could paint over it and that's it. But I want to do well. That's why I want to really do well on here. So any money I get on here, I could just be able to move and pay rent on. That's what I really want to do. But I'm not big on here, as you can see. My numbers are not that great. And but yeah, I just want to do my best. I want to do my best, and I want to be able to provide for my family. And when I say family, it's me and my daughter. That's the only people we have right now in our family, and that's okay. Sometimes I wish it was, another party here or just more kids. And I feel like, more kids sound crazy, right? But I always thought I would have like 10 kids because that's what I really wanted. My grandmother had 10, my other one had 12. I just wanted a big family, but I just know, you know what? Everything is for everybody. Even if you want something, you plan and God laughs. So, well, I know in 10 years, I could have 5 more kids, but I don't know. But right now, I have the one and I'm blessed because some people can't have kids and people they wish they could have just one and I have one already and I want 9 more, right? So and plus it's hard having kids, especially to me, if you don't have them back to back, I think it's much harder. People say the other way around. People say you spread your kids out. To me, when I had the baby, the baby was 3 this year. Katanya turned 9 this year, and having that big age gap, and you might think that's not a big age. It is a big age gap. That's like when me and my brother, we are 7 years apart. To me, I don't think that's kind of cruel. Like not cruel, like it's like hurting cruel, but it's like cruel to have kids that far apart. They can't really attach to each other. Girls are probably different. I had brothers on my dad's side, but we didn't live together, so it's a very different dynamic, and it's very hard. Like doing being in the okay, but it's very hard. See on the live stream. But like I'm saying, it's very hard just having kids to me that far apart. I don't think maybe a year, maybe 2 years, but after 2 years, especially if you're a single parent, I think that's crazy. Because when I think of schooling, like when a baby was going to daycare and they had shows, especially around Christmas time, I'm going back and forth to each school. If there was close enough for they'll be in the same damn school. Granted, when elementary school, junior high school happened, but she was like my kid. That would have been one thing. She's with the state kid, so because she's not my kid, it's not that bad. But if she was actually my kid and I'm the only parent doing this, and I don't drive, I was on a train back and forth that day. I was like, oh my god, and I want to make sure the kids know that it's one thing if it's 2 parent household. You could be one parent could be there, one parent could be there, and the kids could feel like my parents is there. Um, but when you're a single parent, you have those 2 kids and they're 2 different age groups. You gotta be in 2 different places, 2 different buildings. Oh my God, it was a little bit of a nightmare. I wanted both of my kids, she wasn't my kid. Probably people will say she was not even an actual kid, and at the time she was only 2, so it's like she's not actually gonna remember any of this. So why were you killing yourself in the train, in the bus? But kids feel things, and kids notice even that young that they look out in the audience, their people are not there. I don't want her to experience that, even though she wasn't my kid. I didn't physically have her. I didn't want her to feel that way. I've heard KK classmates and people in her school before, like, well, I don't know if it wasn't her classmate. I think it was just a student in her school, and talking to another kid. I'm a parent. That's what I do. I listen to the tea. I hear the tea, and I'm fine with that. And a kid said to another kid, yeah. And somebody was like, "Is their parents here?" Something like that. The kid was like, "I don't." Was it? Did he say their parent here? I don't know if it's, I hear different conversations about parent stuff. I remember the kid saying distinctly, "Oh, my parents never come," and I felt bad. Like, I know some parents just can't come because of situations, or they could be in jail, they could be at work, um, and not people have flexible jobs like I can to do what I do. So I'm really blessed that out of my situation, I'm able to keep the life that I have and be able to be there at every field trip and everything for my daughter. But some kids don't get that, and it's like kind of sad. I know especially in New York City, you have to, like, I feel like in smaller towns, parents are going to everything, but in bigger places like New York City, I would assume Los Angeles, Chicago, Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta, the South, I feel like is a different swing in their life. But people don't get to take off as much and be with their kids, and their kids feel it. And I don't want to be the parent who say, when my kid get older, like, my mother was so good, but she worked a lot and get to really be places with her and things like that. So I'm very intentional on how I do things with my daughter and how we live life and things like that. And I want to make sure I can see the world with her and experience life with her because, first of all, nothing, no day is promised. That's one thing. Because God, He does what He do when He does it, and if you feel a way about it, tough noogies. Um, but He loves us unconditional. He put us on the world, on the earth to do a purpose and have these things. And I want to make sure my daughter and me just have the best life possible. And yeah, so I try my best to work my behind off. I don't think she sees, she don't see my work. She's with me sometimes when I do work, and her mind gotta do the same thing repetitively in office. I think to her, I don't have a job. She says it before, and I'm like, sis, well, you've been at offices with me. You've been on work trips with me. What are you talking about? But I think just in her mind, she just cannot comprehend. She knows I work with the homeless, and I do like help people with benefits and policies. I do a lot of policy stuff and things like that. I go to Washington D.C. and things like that, but I don't think she understands fully what I do, and she knows we used to be homeless at one point, and that we came from nothing to something, and that to be grateful. I'm not sure if she's fully grateful. Granted, she's only 9. She's a kid, and her brain is not developed until she's really 25. But I just want to instill these things on in her that she knows that this stuff could be gone tomorrow. Like, these things are not promised. A lot of things can happen that you could lose a home, and or lose a place to live, lose your clothes, lose your family, and just be appreciative of what you have now. Appreciative of what I do for you and things like that. So, yeah, I guess everybody left because my story is not interesting enough. But I hope people who did hear it are inspired about what I said and things like that. But yeah, it's a long night. God, I did not. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do take naps in the daytime. Sometimes longer than others. Today I didn't really have much to do, and then Monday it's a holiday. Is Monday a holiday for everywhere in America? I think it is, right? I feel like it is. Um, but yeah, if you're wondering, I do not go to Labor Day parade. Well, not that I do not. I've been to a few of them. I wanted to go to the. I'm so upset. It's a little tad bit about Girl Scouts. Girl Scouts do every other. They do an African American parade. They do the Pride parade. They do what's the thing? Lucky Charms guy. The Irish. It's not the Irish. It's not called Irish parade though. It's called. It's not Irish parade. Is it the Irish? The Luck of the Draw. But they do all those other parades. But you couldn't do the Caribbean Day Parade. Like, I asked the lady way ahead of time. You couldn't do the Caribbean Day Parade. They have a junior version of the Caribbean Day Parade, which is acceptable for these kids. But to do regular Labor Day Parade, I would never want my kid to go. Not never, but to be in that parade setting where all the people are there and it's crazy. We have all the Girl Scouts too, and people end up losing their lives. I wouldn't want, like, for all those kids, and I'm gonna be a chaperone. I personally wouldn't want to be in that personal parade. Um, a lot of parades they give a lot of free stuff, but why would you not do the junior parade? Because they have that. Katani was in there parade, when she was, I want to say, 3 or 4. Somebody, the babysitter the daycare she was at was doing this, and then she was in the people asked the parents, "Do you want to have the kids in the junior parade?" And their daughters and people made like this frou thing to put on the kids and things like that represent, the Caribbean. But I'm like, y'all do parades for everybody else. But the Caribbean Day Parade, y'all ain't do. They having this something for Hispanic Heritage Month or whatever like that. And I feel offended in a way, like, how you go to everybody else, but y'all forgot the Caribbean countries? I stay yamming our food. You stay eating ackee and sawfish. You stay eating our dumpling. You stay eating oxtail. You stay eating curry goat. You stay eating jerk chicken. You can't do a Labor Day parade. Junior edition, not the regular adults. The adults is very raunchy and slack. But the junior parade, like, y'all could have done the junior parade. Y'all really could have. Like, they don't have to say, they all gotta do is literally show up, put your name in the thing. Like, it was annoying. But it is what it is. And it's like I didn't ask about it. I did ask about it. It's like that's what's annoying me. Like, I did definitely ask about doing that, and nobody did anything about it. So yeah. But anyway, hope y'all have a good night. I'm about to go. I'm about to do what I gotta do. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Have a good night.